no, I was proud of the guys from that standpoint, and that was big. I mean, you're trying to make a team, I guess, go left-handed, if you will. I don't know. That's probably maybe giving ourselves too much credit, but no, I was proud of the guys. I mean, that was this thing goes a completely different way if we're unable to stop doing it. So proud of the front seven.
You got stops and you got turnovers tonight. Was this about as complete as you've seen, just looking at it firsthand?
Yeah, I mean, I certainly think there's some missed opportunities. The drive in the third quarter, I think we got a takeaway, which is a positive. We punch it in and then we give them a drive. I mean, those punch counter punches, we got to do a better job of. You know, there's some missed opportunities that way. See 13, 14 points given up in the fourth quarter. Again, it's just something that, there's a lot of teams that lost today just simply because of fourth quarter performances. And so, that's something we talk about a lot. We could be better that way. But no, I thought the battle was good. I thought. Certainly some guys rose to the occasion, and then, as you said, got enough stops and then takeaways in some big moments. So, no, certainly pleased.
Do you think you guys took offense to hearing about the Notre Dame run game and what it might do?
I'm sorry?
Do you think your guys took offense to hearing about the Notre Dame run game?
Yeah, it's one of those things, we try so hard to go the nameless, faceless opponent and try to, we want to stop the run regardless of, what their aptitude is, that way. But I think as competitors, I like to think that there's something to that. I mean, you turn on just as we say, okay, the film's the film. You turn on our film, there's an excitement level probably on their part that they have an opportunity to execute against us, and the film's the film, the other side of it. I mean, just continue to watch, in terms of surfaces and tight end play and their ability to certainly in some weeks this year, really take teams out of their game plan by the ability to run the football. And so that was the order tonight, and I think the guys rose to the occasion.
If Utah's your opponent in the Pac-12 championship game, what do you need to? What's your defense need to do better?
Yeah, everything. I mean, honestly, it is what it is. I mean, you go back. I thought we got our tails kicked in that night. I mean, that's a positive spin. I think missed opportunities, missed tackles. We didn't make near enough plays as that game went on. Didn't finish the half. Didn't finish the game. We got to, trust some of the things that we've been doing over the first 12 weeks. I thought communication needed to be better. I thought that physicality, maybe some of the things we showed, capability of doing tonight, and maybe in the week since, we weren't able to do that night. And so it's across the board. It's the same group of guys, and we coach the same way. We're going to be frustrated right next Friday night. So we'll see who we play, but no, there's a major challenge waiting us.
When you guys arrived here a year ago, did you ever imagine the turnaround would be this quick?
Yeah, it's interesting to think about. I mean, the easy answer would be no, but on the same note, I don't know what games we expected to lose, and that's just a really honest evaluation of it. We expect us to swing the bat and have success. That's why we came out here. Certainly there's been moments over the course of the last 12 months that you're banging your head against the wall, and some of that included the season. How far can we take these guys, and how far were they willing to go? And in credit to them, how far are they willing to take us? Right? I can talk to them about missing tackles. I haven't tried to make one all year. For them, they had to do it. And I remember talking to you all at certain points over the spring and fall camp where they're trying to give us what we're asking them to do. I remember making that comment, and they have, and I give them a lot of credit. Now, the coach in you kicks in and says, we got to be a whole lot better, right? No, I'm so proud of those guys, and I appreciate their buy-in and all those things. And there's certain moments where we got to do a better job as coaches to help them out a little bit more. And that last touchdown was a real poor job on my part. No, try to go get one more.
Obviously, more of them.
Was that outside of that last drive? Were you pleased with what you guys did against Michael Moore or Michael Bears?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a couple maybe make some competitive catches, and you got to be willing to not. You don't want to be accepting of anything, right? But a competitive catch is a competitive catch. There's a couple missed opportunities, I thought, to whatever was in zone coverage to maybe get there before he makes that catch. We were very cognizant of it a couple times. Even had Tooley out there on top of him, trying to get Tooley the Thorpe Award, do our part that way. And he would have done it every snap if we let him. But so no, that needs to do a better job at the end to finish that way. Again, that was a call. That's not on the kids. That's on me. But No, try to make it hard. Make them find it. Make them hunt that thing down and make them get maybe a little predictable at times. And if we can delay that we get a pass rush there before they can find him and those things. So I don't know, probably average overall that way, but was good enough.
What has Bryson Shaw done
There
for
was a
you?
lot of energy and emotion on the field. A lot of guys were very excited after that win.
Yeah.
Today was almost a little more business-like. Guys weren't that emotional. Was this more of that kind of business trip kind of game and straightforward, know what the mission ahead is?
Yeah, no, I think that's an interesting evaluation. I haven't given a lot of thought to it, but I would certainly agree with you that way. And maybe there's an expectation in terms of how we're supposed to play and how we're supposed to perform. And maybe there's an understanding as to what it's going to take to beat a quality opponent. That's one of the things we've talked about a lot against quality opponent. The amount of plays that you have to make, you can't come up with enough because they're just going to keep coming at you. And obviously you talk about elite programs in the country. They become elite programs because they're not. It's not one drive is going to be good enough to. Okay, we got to stop in the first drive. Let's call it good. I mean, there's just way too many playmakers on that side of the ball to put us in a situation where we've done enough. And so hopefully there's a little bit of level of maturity about it. And that's something you ride the wave of emotion. You can do just that, ride the wave the other way. And so I hope part of it too is they expect to play a certain amount.
Until I think the last play of the first quarter, they had 19 yards offensively. They got 30 on that one big play. Can we just talk about setting the tone early in that game?
No, I think it was critical. I mean, you got a couple short yardage situations, and you kind of think about playing like an option offense type of deal where you say, well, shoot, if they get short yardage advantage, then and to get a couple stops in those situations included in kind of a quarterback sneak, something we've seen on film a lot, to kind of make that stop. Certainly was a positive, and then it obviously created some points from an offensive standpoint. So no, that was critical.
Obviously, the more wins you rack up, the more realistic finishing 11-1 is. But were there moments, maybe mid-season or at some point during the season, where you started to think realistically, we could be an 11-1 team making the Pac-12 championship?
Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. We probably, from a big picture standpoint, just really didn't have that luxury. I mean, one of the things that we spend so much time on is just having a great Tuesday practice. I mean, that's and including this week is okay. How can you handle a Thanksgiving week and still get done what you need to get done? I mean, that's part of the process. It never goes away, whether you're in the first year, second year, third year, whatever. But every program kind of goes through that. It's a long season for guys, and are you willing to do the work? And people use the term process. Well, what process is just a sum total of our behaviors. And so one of those things for us is, do our behaviors on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, kind of earn you the right to say that you could possibly get a win, and then the sum total could be 11 wins at the end of it. So, no, not a lot of big picture, but obviously once you get to November now, it's I know the college football playoffs, the college football playoff, but the playoffs in football start in November, and you want to be in a position that way to compete. And to the guys' credit, we have.
Let's do one more.
Notre Dame has scored 35 points or more in the last 5 games. That's obviously a very good team that's peaking at the right time.
Yeah.
What would you say made your defense more successful tonight than the teams they've played recently?
Yeah, I think the run game most specifically early, and combined obviously it's complementary football. The offense was score 7, and then we can get a stop. And I think at some point maybe it was 10-0, something like that. And just so it's on both sides of the coin that way. But no, I think the ability to say, okay, it's going to take a tall order to try to run and commit to the run, combined with some of the things that we're doing on the offensive side of the ball. So I think both sides of those things kind of contributed to that. But no, we certainly saw a difference in that group in the last couple of weeks compared to maybe early in the season. And without question, we had a high level of respect for that group coming in, and very fortunate to end up under 35.
If you don't mind, how important was it to have Aaron back?
No, it was good, and I think he's one of those guys that short story, it's great. I mean, we're trying to find the best 11 guys out there, trying to find playmakers, trying to find impact guys. He's made some plays for us over the course of the season. We've had to do a lot of playing with 6 DBs quite a bit in the last couple of weeks, just trying to maximize the roster and those things. And some guys have stepped up and kind of given us a chance to win. But we don't have the luxury, and most teams don't, to say, okay, let's take just take one of your pieces out for 4 or 5 weeks and compete and stay keep your head above the water. So he'll just keep getting better. he'll just keep being better, you know, and he knows that. He will get better, but you only get better by playing, so it was good to have him back.